The final hours of the Titanic on April 14 to 15, 1912, were marked by a series of tragic and desperate events as the ship's fate became apparent. Here's a breakdown of what happened during those final hours. Iceberg collision, 11:40 p.m., April 14th. The lookout spotted an iceberg directly in the Titanic's path and alerted the bridge. Despite attempts to steer away and reverse the engines, the ship scraped along the iceberg's side. The impact caused damage to the hull, puncturing several watertight compartments. Shortly after, Captain Edward Smith and other officers were informed that the damage was likely catastrophic. Assessment and evacuation preparations, midnight, 12:45 a.m. Thomas Andrews, the ship's designer, inspected the damage and confirmed that Titanic was doomed to sink within a few hours. Captain Smith ordered lifeboats to be uncovered and prepared for evacuation. However, only around half could be accommodated with a limited number of lifeboats for the 2,200 passengers and crew. Early evacuations and distress signals, 12:45 to 2 a.m. Lifeboats began launching around 12:45 a.m., often underfilled. The women and children first protocol led to some boats leaving with empty seats, as men were only allowed if there were no women or children nearby. Distress signals were sent via the ship's Marconi wireless radio. Operators Jack Phillips and Harold Bride sent CQD and SOS messages in hopes of reaching a nearby vessel. The RMS Carpathia, about 58 miles away, responded, but it would take several hours to arrive. Increasing chaos, 1:30 to 2:15 a.m. As the ship's bow continued sinking, the angle of the deck became increasingly steep. Panic intensified as people began realizing the severity of the situation. Lifeboats were launched in rapid succession, with many passengers desperately trying to board. Officers reportedly used firearms to keep order, with some reports of suicides and accidental shootings amid the chaos. Many passengers, especially third-class passengers who were farther below deck, struggled to find a way to the upper decks in time. Final moments, 2:15 to 2:20 a.m. The ship's stern rose high out of the water as the bow was fully submerged. At around 2:18 a.m., the Titanic split in two between the third and fourth funnels. The bow section plunged to the ocean floor, followed by the stern shortly after. The freezing waters claimed the lives of hundreds instantly, with most who jumped or were thrown into the sea succumbing to hypothermia within minutes. Aftermath and rescue, around 4 a.m. The Carpathia arrived around 4 a.m., rescuing 705 survivors from lifeboats. The rest of the passengers and crew, about 1,500 people, perished in one of history's deadliest maritime disasters. The Titanic tragedy left a lasting impact on maritime laws and safety protocols, leading to reforms like mandatory lifeboats for all passengers, regular lifeboat drills, and the creation of the International Ice Patrol.